Ned Fulmer, the affable everyman who helped build the Try Guys into a YouTube phenomenon, has long been known for his infectious laugh, culinary misadventures, and unfiltered takes on everyday life. But behind the on-camera charm lies a story of quiet resilience, one that's been unfolding in private for more than 12 years. In a raw and revealing interview, Fulmer opened up about his diagnosis with multiple sclerosis, MS, a chronic autoimmune condition that disrupts the central nervous system, causing a cascade of unpredictable symptoms. Diagnosed in 2013 at the age of 26, Fulmer's battle began subtly but escalated into moments of profound vulnerability, challenging the physically active lifestyle he cherished. Now, at 38, with 2 young sons and a career pivot following his 2022 exit from the Try Guys amid personal controversies, Fulmer is choosing transparency over secrecy. By sharing his story through a poignant YouTube video and in-depth conversation, he's not just destigmatizing MS, he's reclaiming his narrative, turning personal hardship into a platform for empathy and awareness. This disclosure feels like a pivotal turn, inviting viewers into the unvarnished reality of chronic illness while showcasing Fulmer's trademark optimism. The onset of Fulmer's symptoms was deceptively mild, a tingling sensation that could easily be dismissed as stress or fatigue. As a rising star on the Try Guys, a collaborative channel launched in 2014 that saw 4 BuzzFeed video producers, Fulmer, Keith Habersberger, Zach Kornfeld, and Eugene Lee Yong, strike out on their own to explore guy things with humor and heart. His days were packed with shoots, travel, and the physical demands of content creation. Running marathons, attempting extreme sports, and diving into cooking challenges kept him in peak condition, making the initial numbness in his hands feel like an anomaly. "It started just by numbness and tingling in my hands that spread to my arms and chest and back," Fulmer recalled, his voice steady but laced with the weight of memory. What began as intermittent discomfort soon demanded attention, prompting a doctor's visit that uncovered the harsh truth. MS, a disease with no cure, where the immune system erroneously targets the myelin sheath protecting nerve fibers, leading to inflammation, scarring, and disrupted signals throughout the body. The diagnosis landed like a thunderclap, upending Fulmer's world just as the Try Guys were gaining traction. His physician, recognizing the gravity, advised monitoring for progression, but Fulmer's MS had other ideas. Mere weeks later, he awoke one morning paralyzed by weakness in his lower body, a terrifying shift from the able-bodied vigor he'd always known. "I was an able-bodied person that could run and play sports and was very physically active, and all of a sudden having weakness to the point of being able to move my legs one way but not another way was shocking," he shared, the words carrying the echo of that disorienting helplessness. An urgent MRI confirmed the spread, revealing lesions snaking from his arms to his torso, a visual map of the disease's insidious advance. The emotional toll was immense. Fulmer, then newly married to Ariel Fulmer, née Edwards, and building a life together, grappled with fear of the unknown. MS manifests differently for everyone. Some face relapsing remitting episodes, others a steady progression, and the uncertainty loomed large. Visions of wheelchairs, lost independence, and curtailed dreams flooded his mind, clashing with the relentless optimism that defined his public persona. Yet, true to form, Fulmer refused to let despair define him. Action became his anchor. He underwent aggressive interventions, starting with high-dose steroid infusions to quell the acute flare-up, followed by plasmapheresis, a process where blood is filtered to remove harmful antibodies. "It was completely overwhelming and sudden," he admitted of the initial crisis, but those pretty extreme treatments proved life-saving, restoring enough mobility to walk unaided within days. The relief was palpable, a temporary victory that bought time to strategize long-term management. Today, Fulmer's regimen is less invasive, twice-daily oral disease-modifying therapy, a pill that suppresses immune overactivity and has kept his MS in remission. Side effects linger, a persistent dullness in his hands and forearms, like a low hum of static he's learned to tune out. "I just kind of learned to ignore it," he explained matter-of-factly in his video, where he documents a walking challenge to test his limits. Environmental triggers like extreme temperatures, alcohol, or stress can amplify the sensations, turning a subtle buzz into a roar, but for the most part, it's background noise in an otherwise vibrant life. Fulmer's approach to MS is pragmatic and proactive, blending medical adherence with lifestyle adaptations. He maintains a fitness routine tailored to his needs: yoga for flexibility, swimming for low-impact cardio, and strength training to combat muscle fatigue. Diet plays a role too. He's embraced anti-inflammatory foods like fatty fish, berries, and leafy greens, while steering clear of processed sugars that might exacerbate flares. Sleep hygiene, stress management through meditation apps, and regular check-ins with a neurologist form the pillars of his routine. But beyond the physical, Fulmer emphasizes the mental marathon. It can get a little higher with it being really hot or cold outside, drinking alcohol and dealing with stress, he noted, highlighting how interconnected body and mind are in chronic illness. His video, filmed in a sun-dappled park, captures this duality, miles logged with a grin interspersed with honest pauses to acknowledge the effort. It's not about invincibility, it's about persistence, a message that resonates deeply in a society often uncomfortable with vulnerability. Why now, after more than a decade of silence? Fulmer's timing coincides with personal reinvention. His 2022 departure from the Try Guys, sparked by an affair with a producer that ended his marriage, left him in a media maelstrom, forcing introspection amid public scrutiny. Fatherhood to sons Wesley, now 7, and Finn, 5, has been a grounding force, their boundless energy a daily reminder of life's fragility and joy. Ariel, though estranged, co-parents with Grace, prioritizing the boy's stability. This chapter of healing prompted Fulmer to confront his MS head-on, viewing disclosure as an act of radical honesty. "I'm trying to be more open with my MS, to start conversations," he said earnestly. "I'm very grateful to be in remission and happy to be making this video." By sharing, he aims to normalize chronic conditions, especially among men who might suffer in silence due to stigma. MS affects over 1 million Americans, disproportionately women, but Fulmer's voice adds nuance to the narrative, showing how it intersects with career, family, and identity.